Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM21 Zero to Hero, episode 14. After our cliffhanger ending last time, here it is. It's the end of the season. We have 2 matches left to play, and we still have it all to play for. We're not even in the league lead. Hashtag United have that. They are 3 points clear. Goal differential is such that we would be right about even. If they lose, we win. Anfield Town also only 3 points behind us, so a promotion playoff spot isn't even secure yet with 2 to play. We do have a good goal differential average difference with them, plus 11. I don't think that's going to be made up in 2 matches. So technically, a single win would be enough over the final 2 to at least secure second. But we need all 6 points. Realistically, we don't want it to come down to goal differential, so we really need at least 4 points. I'd rather win the league, though, than get up from second. We'll take what we can get. So much to play for. So we'll take a look at the squad. We'll take a look at the matchups. And we're going to watch those 2 matches. We're going to play out the end of the season. First off, we have Farnborough. Farnborough is 12th place. Nothing to play for. They are very secure in their position. They could go up 1. They might drop 1. That's about it. And we're at home. So for this matchup, things are looking pretty good on that front. Hashtag United, the league leader at Hereford, 5th place. They are too far back, but they are in a virtual tie for 4th, 5th, 6th. And they're just straight up a decent team. And Hereford at home. So hashtag United on the road. That's a difficult game. They absolutely could play spoiler, which actually Farnborough could for us as well. So, but if one of those 2 teams is more likely to play spoiler, right, you would think Hereford at home, 5th place versus a Farnborough 12th place on the road, with neither of them technically having anything left to play for. And of course, finally, Enfield Town, 3rd place overall, at home against Barwell. Well, they're at home, and they're against the 18th place team. You'd pick them in that one. But here's the thing on that matchup. Barwell at 18th is just above the drop. 5 points clear. If they lose both matches and Bedford win both matches, they could be relegated. They still could get the drop. They need a draw to survive, because goal differential will carry them through. So Barwell is going to be playing for survival. And that is a good thing for us. Both of the other matchups are tougher than ours. Let's see if we can get something out of it. Now, before we head into our tactical meeting, our squad, well, there's good and bad news. First off, Hoey, under 20 World Cup, out for the remainder of the season. Our technically best player. Okay, that hurts, but actually it's really not that bad, because Aspinall is already over 100 now, and Aspinall may even be better than Hoey in many respects. Certainly will be better, but of course, it's our top 2 potential players as well. So it's kind of a trade-off. There's not much of a drop there from Hoey to Aspinall. So I'm not worried about goalkeeper these last 2 matches. What I am worried about, though, is that Sam Thomas is also at that U20 World Cup. Just left for that. They just left a few days ago. It's the under 20 World Cup. As much as I need them, you can't say no to that. I mean, right? We'll have to get by without him. But Sam Thomas is a big miss. Center mid, very creative player for us. One of our top guys. I mean, the XG isn't that high. He's only scored 2 goals, but he's got 9 assists. He will be missed. He has not had a fantastic season, but he's been there for us. He's played 41 matches, which is, 3rd on the team? More importantly, though, is the replacement, who has to step up to fill the void. Well, in this case, that's Andy Fenton. Fenton is half the player that Sam Thomas is. Fenton has no goals, no assists, 9 appearances this season, most of them off the bench, but still 9 appearances, a 0.37 XG. So Fenton has not produced any amazing moments. That hurts. That does hurt. That's the one that we're going to miss. But here's the good news. I said it was good news, bad news. You might have spotted it already. Phil Skelnis, who has been out for more than half the season, played 18 matches, scored 19 goals, had 10 assists, still has the highest XG on the team. Still. Sharples has played 25 matches, still below Phil Skelnis in his place. Jameson, who's played all season, 16 goals, 14 assists, ultimately the player of the season over the entirety, still below him on XG. Barbados, ever so slightly above, but again, somebody who's played 40 matches versus 18. 12 goals, 10 assists. Those guys are going to be really important today, but they are back alongside Phil Skelnis. All those 0-0 draws, 4 of them or something like that, where just Sharples just couldn't turn it on. Sharples has done decent, but a 56 current ability versus a Phil Skelnis, who has dropped a bit. He was at 93 when the injury occurred. 93 is not amazing. It's definitely not one of our top players, but he's been efficient. His goal scoring prowess is good, and he sets up teammates. Sharples has not produced that type of magic, not even close. He's significantly lower than Phil Skelnis in every way in more games. So having Phil Skelnis back, I think probably more than makes up for the loss of Sam Thomas, meaning we are better off right now than we were a match ago and over pretty much the entire last half of the season. Of course, first half of the season, we just had a terrible start, terrible run, finally got things going, and we were on a fantastic unbeaten run, almost all wins, maybe just 1 or 2 draws over a stretch of about 10 12 games, and we climbed from 11th place to I think like 2nd, maybe 3rd, but we were just flying up the order, up the table, and then Phil Skelnis had that injury, and then we've stagnated ever since. We're still not really losing, but we've had so many draws with Sharples in at striker, and mostly it's been those 0-0s or 1-1s that have really hurt. Our scoring has dropped significantly. Defense is still the same. Let's get to it. 2 matches. Phil Skelnis back at the helm. Let's see what they can do. All right, we'll focus on our own match, at least for the first half. We don't want to get our eyes peeled too much on what's going on in the rest of the league. We need to take care of business. And here we are at the start. Jameson hangs on to that ball way too long, allowing Help D to come and eventually take it off his feet. Barbados here in possession does the same thing, but he does beat his man, and there was no Help D. He creates a little bit of a chance. Tight angle, defense on him. Not much of anywhere to go with it. He aims for the corner and is a little high, a little wide. But we've already had 2 shot attempts. Things are going awfully quick, though. That's 20 minutes into the game with not much in terms of chances created just yet. Really bad giveaway from Williams there. And then a really poor defensive moment where we come up to try to head the ball away and then end up with the ball 5 feet behind us. Hereford scored. Hashtag is down 1-0. Hereford is ahead of hashtag United 1-0. There it is. The dugout. This could be our chance. This could be our chance. Right now we are exactly Well, if we would come out ahead here, we would be exactly level if they lose. Fieldskelnis retreats to that one. That's one thing Sharples has not done much of. Barbados, again, tries to beat his man with his feet. Doesn't do so, but we do recover through the madness. And eventually the cross goes wanting. Barreto tries to recover that one, but doesn't ultimately get there. Elliott, though, picks this up. Good read on the D. Fenton, nice ball ahead to Elliott. Elliott, oh, well played, but the defense... There was just too many bodies there. That was a nice ball, but we just couldn't get it through. Elliott, long ball ahead. Fieldskelnis lays it off for Barbados. Excellent play. And there's a chance. Oh, that should have been in the back of the net. Oh, my goodness. What a miss. What a miss there. All right, here we are. Putting them under pressure. It's been mostly all us besides a couple little mistakes. Here is another chance. Barbados this time finds some space. Nice layoff for Fieldskelnis. And after the ball ping-pongs around a little bit, we get a shot attempt out of it. That ball a little too long. Gibbons is able to retrieve it. Half an hour in, and suddenly we are putting them under heavy pressure the last few minutes, but a great ball ahead, and then a poor defensive move creates a chance, and Aspinall forced to make an excellent save. It looks like it might have been wide or banged off the bar. Either way, Aspinall can't take his chances and punches the corner away, so another nice play from Aspinall. Really stepped up with the start today, just his third of the season. Suddenly this game is kind of balanced. We went from not much happening to total domination to all of a sudden it was back to 50-50. So we got a little momentum, and then they were like, oh no, wait a second. We're here too. And we go into halftime, 5-4 on the shots, 53% possession, passes completed, looking good. Only one corner, just one yellow in the game. I mean, that's yikes. These guys need to wake up a bit. I'd love to do something drastic this late in the season, but we really can't afford to. Let's pump fists and see. Keep going. Still win. Just a couple guys reacting to that one. All right, let's not go crazy here. I think I want to be a little more aggressive. We need a win, so we're going to go attacking for a bit here in the second half. Barreto. And that's it on that highlight. All right, we move forward already. 53 minutes. Fitness. Guys are doing well. It's starting to rain. Will the rain lead to some chaos? Will it lead to some goals? Well, here's Battersby with an excellent chance. Aspinall covers it very well. He had nice positioning on that one. Hereford 2, #United 1. 3 goals in that one. And suddenly we're at an hour. Whoa. What in the world is happening here? This is... we need a shout. We need to fire up. Oh, hello. I haven't used this. Demand more. Entire team. Okay, let's start with that. We're already on attacking. Let's see if a little motivation can do it. This half has just flown by and nothing's happened. Nice setup there. Elliott tries to find Barreto, who did have some space. That ball hung up a little bit too much and gets cleared out, and it leads to a counter-attacking opportunity. Simpson, decent tackle there. At least stops the advance. Another nice ball ahead. Leads to a little bit of a chance there. Oh, next highlight, though, is still them. That one's cleared away, but it's going to come right back to them for a chance. That thing ping-pongs away, and Elliott clears it out. Come on. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We've got to go very attacking. A draw is just not going to cut it. We need a win today. All right, instructions. Still want to play out. We want to shoot on sight. Okay, we already have the high tempo. No play for set pieces. I hate that. Okay, just the little change. We've got some fatigue now. George White. That's all we've got. Burns is not happy. All right. One sub coming. Got to get some fresh legs. Here's a chance. Here's a real chance. And Aspinall just stands there. Aspinall just stands there. And hashtag draws level in their game. So we go behind. And hashtag rescues a point in the final minutes of this one. And what awful defense here. And then Aspinall could have saved that. Absolutely could have saved that. Should have been out for a corner. He should have put that away. You've got to be kidding me that we're... Shouts. Come on. You've got to be kidding me. And this is it. Time's up. What a disaster. Hashtag United losing. The opportunity is there. We're controlling the game, and then all of a sudden we do nothing in the second half. Make a couple minor tactical adjustments, but then we literally just stand there and say, here's our goal. The mouth, it's gaping. Please tap it into the back of the net. We won't do anything. No. That also just eliminated us because our 3-point deficit just became 4. Our 6 points left to play with just became 3. We are not going to win the league. But what about second place? That is definitely still to play for, and let's hope. This is going to be a throw the water bottle. And demotivated. Seriously, guys? That was the worst performance in the final minutes that I have possibly ever seen. Enfield Town did not win. Our season still could be rescued. All 3 of us choked. But hashtag United, a little Heimlich maneuver in the final couple minutes to win the league. No league win this season, but it's not done yet. I'm not even going to play out this last game because it looks like we now have a promotion playoff, probably, to play for. We're 3 points ahead, 1 match to play, plus 12 goal differential. We lose, they win. We still go to the promotion playoff, barring a 12-goal swing. Well, 13-goal swing. Hashtag won their final match, so it wouldn't matter what we did. Their survival was assured with that last-minute goal that they had in the penultimate game. They would have won the league regardless of whether we won or lost that penultimate game ourselves. As expected, we are in the playoff, and we're up against Cirencester. You see there's a couple of these playoffs, so 4 second-place teams. Only 2 of them will go up. As for our finish in the league, hashtag won their final game, so no matter what we had done, win or lose in that penultimate game, we still weren't going to win the league. They pulled enough points, the 4 minimum that they needed. Goal differential still in their favor. Enfield Town actually just drew their final match, and our victory there pulled us further clear. So 85 points to their 80. So no worries on that one. We did well. Only 5 losses on the season, and 4 of them came within the first 8 or 9 matches. The only other loss was that penultimate game where we had a chance, but ultimately it wouldn't have mattered. The big problem was the extreme number of draws. We had 4 draws at the same time that we had 4 losses. We had a lot of draws to end the season. There was an improvement by not losing, but a lot of draws, particularly when Sharples was playing. But not only do we have Phil Skelnis back, but now we have Sam Thomas back as well. Hoey's still on international duty. He is the backup goalkeeper for his national side. So he actually hasn't even been playing, but he's still at the U20 World Cup. Thomas, on the other hand, played every minute of every match for Wales and played quite well. He was pretty good. Unfortunately for Wales, they lost to England 2-1 to be eliminated after multiple draws. So they didn't play poorly. The Welsh, they had a good run, but they don't move on. thanks to one loss, just a single loss in the tournament, but at the hands of England. Thomas did well for himself. They lost 2-1. He assisted the goal that they had in that match, and he was strong throughout the tournament. But because of that result, just the other day, I think that was midweek, he has returned just in time for this playoff final. Now, he's a little bit fatigued. He might not be able to go the entire game. Also, Adam Elliott, in the final match of the season, picked up a knock. He's okay. He's good to go, but his fitness is also a bit off. So he might not make it through the whole match, and we might have to shift the lineup, put Steven Simpson out on the wing and bring somebody else in to play the match at some point, maybe halftime or early second half. Hopefully, at least he can go that far. But we'll take our strongest lineup into the match. Hopefully, we can gain control and take the lead early on. Let's go ahead and head to our tactical meeting. And no, we're not going to make 6 changes here. I've already made the changes I want. We at least have our midfield back to fairly secure in the relationships there. Of course, Phil Skelnis, all of that faded away, and it showed. In that match we watched, Phil Skelnis never had a chance. Not one in that match. So let's see if we can be a bit more creative. It was Barbados in the final match who grabbed 2 goals on our way to a 2-1 victory. So Phil Skelnis has not scored in either of his 2 matches since returning. He is match fit now, but you can see tactical familiarity, his position, role, and duty is a bit awkward at this point after missing half the season. Match of the season, everything comes down to this one. We're on neutral territory. Decent crowd here, at least for our level anyway. Can we get the job done? We're going up against a team that looks a little stronger than what we have in our own division, especially if they only took second place there. To me, they look a little bit better than #United on paper. They open with possession and immediately get ball into the box, but we do clear it away. 5 minutes in, we've already had a couple shot attempts, so we are creating. Their defense isn't so great, but their offense looks pretty decent. Here's Bridges on the overlap. Gets the ball behind, but he's going to reset to the middle for Holmes. Holmes out to Elliott. Elliott's not going to be able to play this whole match. His cross doesn't make it in, but we recover. Here's Holmes. Finds Phil Skelnis, who finds Barbados. But they were too close to each other. But here's a real... Oh, Barbados had a chance, but doesn't make anything of it. And eventually they clear it out. Here's Barreto. Free kick. Long ball over the top. Defense clears it out, but Barreto recovers. Overlap to Barbados. Barbados sends it out wide, turns, gets it to Phil Skelnis, but the defender blocks his shot attempt. Inside to Barbados, he cannot get around his man. His man blocks him off very well on that one. Here's Bridges with the cross, but that one's cleared away. 4 shot attempts already, 63%. We are dominating play so far, but can we convert this into some goals today? We have not looked good this season in the goal-scoring department. Here is Phil Skelnis. His hold-up play sets up the offense, and we're off to the races. Barbados cuts inside, finds Jameson. Jameson, he cuts inside, gets Thomas on the overlap. Ball ping-pongs around, and Jameson eventually finds it at his foot, and he slams it into the upper corner, and we lead 1-0. 20 minutes into the game, goals looking likely. Barreto, his cross is cleared. Defense, that's a defensive slide tackle. Takes it off of Barreto's foot, but puts it right to Jameson's. Jameson was actually offside, but the reason why no offside is called is the defense made the play, not the offense. Barreto was definitely not playing it to Jameson. He was trying to shoot. Here's Barbados now. Barbados running out in space. Lays it off for Elliott in support. Elliott comes up. He gets the ball behind the defense. Barreto gets a header away. Keeper safely watches it go wide. It wasn't wide by much. Here's Bridges on the next play after a long throw attempt. Counterattack starts. Williams on a yellow. That's dangerous. Here's Jameson. Jameson, he ends up with the ball. His cross is It makes a pass first man, not the second. That ball ahead gets cleared out by the D. You can see defense a little better at intercepting than what we've seen much of. Here's Jamison. His attempt doesn't make it through. Ping-pongs around, eventually gets cleared. But Bridges recovers. Bridges ahead. His ball to Barbados doesn't make it to the man. It was also cleared, but now we recover, and we try again. Another long ball. Doesn't make it through. Barreto, great ball to Jamison. Jamison needed to lay that off for Fielskelnis. Does not. But Brown just pushes it away, and Fielskelnis smothers it, gets on top of it, knows that there's lots and lots of space to the far post, and he just puts that one away, simply. It was a nice setup here. Fielskelnis laid off a little too much. He was hanging back, worried that Brown might get to the ball. And that's why Jamison didn't have much of a choice, actually. If he laid that off, defense would have covered it, cleared it away. So that worked out better than we could hope. And it's 2-0 inside the first half hour. Barreto nearly puts that one in the top corner, though I think the keeper may have had it covered anyway. 11-0 on the shots, 65% possession. XG is only .73, but we've got 2 goals. Approaching halftime now. Thomas lays it off for Elliott. Elliott, long ball ahead. Barbados! Whoa! If he is onside, that is beautiful. And it looks like it was. No offside call. Let's see if that was the correct call. What a beautiful ball from Elliott, and an even better run from Barbados. We're not going to see. Oh, yeah, he was onside. He was definitely onside. Just a great read. Poor goalkeeping. Brown needed to come out and punch that ball away. Yeah, he's onside. He is definitely onside. He's a good solid 2 steps onside. Great header. Great header from Barbados. Here's Holmes. Out to Bridges. It's 3-0. It looks like we are headed for promotion. We still have a full half to play, though. We have got to keep the pressure on. Fielskelnis. Nice chance on that one. Tough angle. Tough on where the ball is coming from to where you're then trying to put it. And we hit halftime up 3-0. Not bad on that last attempt from Fielskelnis, as it was a difficult play. The ratings are very favorable at this point. Elliott needs to come out, so we need to make that move. Let's go ahead and go with outstretched arms and keep it up. Okay, everybody's happy, but we need to go into tactics. Elliott cannot go a second half, even though he's having a good game so far. Simpson's going to have to take over for Elliott on the left, as we don't have any subs who could play there. I think Jewel is going to, yes, tackling 10. Jewel is going to be a little bit better out there on the right flank, so Elliott's going to have to sub off, and Jewel's going to have to go out and play right back. Bridges then has to move into the center, so big shift on the D. That's dangerous. Williams sitting on a yellow. That's dangerous. Bridges is aggressive. Aspinall is complacent. That is all dangerous. Hopefully the offense can keep things moving. I think shortly into the second half we need to adjust from attacking to our standard, which is positive, because we just need to not give up 3 goals. Thomas, his long ball was to no one. Jamison was not in the area. 48th minute. Let's keep this up a little longer, but if they score real quick, all of a sudden we're in trouble. Oh, okay. Barbados, 16th goal of the season. Brilliant shot. Blasts it in, sidewall of the netting. Thomas, after the throw-in, up to Barbados. Barbados just turns, takes a couple steps on his man, finds a little space. He's got guys shielding the keeper from seeing that one. Now we definitely go to positive, because now it's 4-0. Jamison, nice little back heel. Oh, bang that one off the bar, and it comes out. Nearly made it 5, but here is Birchall on the run, and they have got help. Courtney, great tackle from Holmes. Goal-saving tackle possibly on that one. Out for a corner, but we'll take that situation. Holmes on it again. Here's Jamison. He'll get to that ball, but that's it for that highlight. We got to watch time ticking by. They've only had 1 shot, and that was the one we just blocked. Our XG is only a 1.07, yet it's 4-0. We're making something out of nothing here. Here's Barreto. Barreto, take the shot, man. Take another dribble and take the shot. Go at that keeper. Force him to do some work. Ooh, that was headed in, but Aspinall covers it well and actually even hangs on to it. Twomley with the shot on that one. Twomley, okay, so Twomley, if I remember correctly, is one of the names, one of the Black Hawk Down characters, okay? If you haven't seen Black Hawk Down, fantastic movie based on real events. 1992 and then early 1993 is when the actual movie takes place, but you get the collapse of the government in Mogadishu, right? So in the city of Mogadishu, the gangs had taken over and they're controlling the food supply. Ooh, that one's off the crossbar. Nearly got one back. 75th minute. We are cruising towards victory here. Anyway, U.S. military forces step in to help the United Nations with food distribution and deal with the issue with the gangs. So you had Special Forces, Army Rangers, Army Scouts, and the pilots. So 4 groups, and they do this operation to grab a group of gang leaders as Fjellskelnes nearly makes it 5 as time is running out here, and we will see promotion the hard way, but we will see promotion. Anyway, the various groups that were there. The group of scouts were the ones that were in the Humvees and the Deuce and a Half trucks. Now, I know this for absolute certainty because I served with 2 of the guys were there. I was a scout in the Army myself. That group, which Twomley was one of the Rangers, I believe, in that movie, but I saw the author of the book, which was the commander, well, along with a writer, but he actually came to Fort Knox when I was there. But I know 2 of the guys that were part of the one that was a part of those scouts, and one who was with the UN forces, who came in at the end to pull them out. But anyway, fantastic movie. Not entirely accurate in the way it was depicted for the big screen, but excellent modern warfare film on how that whole thing played out. Like I said, I served with 2 of the guys, so it was extra meaningful for me, and it came out while I was serving. So again, extra meaningful. I went with a bunch of the guys in my unit to watch that the day it came out. In E-Town, which ironically, star of the film, what's his name? Orlando Bloom. There we go. Orlando Bloom, Lord of the Rings, Legolas. Anyway, Orlando Bloom was in the movie E-Town based on, Elizabethtown based on E-Town. So funny connection there. We get the victory. It finishes 4-0. They certainly had more chances in the second half, but we had backed off a little bit, and we knew that they were going to have to come after us. Come after us they did, but with only 5 shots and 3 on target, Aspinall was up to the challenge. We keep the clean sheet, we get the victory, and we secure promotion. Outstretched arms. Very pleased with the result and your performance. Well done. And we will see the next level. We are massively out of time, so no highlights here, but let's at least go and see what happened in the Premier League. We'll skip all the rest of the details. It was not a very good season for us. Not very good at all. 14,000 for winning that game, though. That's good money. Initial budgets for next season. We are headed into the Vanarama, either north or south. Obviously, it'll be the north. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.